Morning guys, so with everything what's going on in the world at the moment and the current coronavirus situation, a lot of you don't have access to the same gym equipment in Hollywood, and so I'm training at that same intensity and are getting quite worried about losing the muscle mass what you've been working so long and so hard to build. So what I just want to do is go through a couple of tips what I've got on to try to hold on to as much muscle mass at this current moment in time and hopefully ease your minds a little bit and talk about why muscle mass won't deteriorate as fast as you think. So the first thing to talk about, as most of you can probably guess, is nutrition. If muscle mass is your goal at the minute, I wouldn't recommend anyone being in a calorie deficit. So not only from the muscle mass perspective, we've also got an immune system perspective. Anyone in a massive calorie deficit who's putting too much strain on the body is also going to suppress your immune system, which with everything what's going on at the moment, you don't really want that. But from a muscle mass perspective, obviously being in a calorie deficit, you've got the potential of losing muscle. So at least maintenance. I wouldn't want too high of a surplus because you are doing less work in the gym and less active in general. Too high of a surplus, you run the risk of gaining too much body fat. So run about your maintenance calories, but don't forget, because you're working less, appetite's going to be suppressed. So don't forget to eat and make sure you are getting enough calories in to feed those muscles and prevent muscles. So second thing to talk about is your macro breakdown. I wouldn't worry too much about your carbohydrates and your fats, but protein is going to be essential at this time to make sure that you're holding on to that muscle. So everyone is going to need at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, if not pushing it up to 1.5, maybe even 2 grams per pound of body weight for some males. So make sure every day you're hitting that protein goal. It's going to make sure that your muscles are getting all the fuel what they need, and it's going to prevent them breaking down long term. Third thing to talk about, which I think should be good news for most of you, is that it is actually quite difficult for your body to break down muscle. So although you might be feeling a little bit flat after not training for a week or two now, it's not the fact that you've lost muscle, it's the fact that glycogen and water stores within the muscle are depleted. So your body can actually deplete those stores around 20% within just 1 week. So 2 weeks now, some of you might not have been hitting the gym like you usually do. It's potential that you've lost 40% of those glycogen and water stores within the muscle. Breaking muscle down is difficult. Your body doesn't want to do it. Your body doesn't want to catalyze its own muscle. It's useful, it's essential. So the last thing your body's going to do is break down that muscle. If you're getting enough good food and enough protein in, it will not break down muscle easily, especially not at first. So make sure you're getting that food in, and it's unlikely that within a couple of weeks, a month or two, you're going to lose that much muscle mass. Fourth point, again, which should be good news for most of you, is that deloading is actually good for your body. If we look at it long term, having a month or 2 months off training isn't going to affect your progress in a year massively. Maybe next month when you do get back into the gym, you're going to be slightly weaker and some of your lifts are going to slightly drop. But if we look at the long term picture, it shouldn't drop as much as you actually think it would, and the effects aren't as drastic as you might think. The deload is also going to be good. It's going to give your nervous system a rest, and it's going to give your muscles and joints and everything a chance to fully recover, so that when you do get back into the gym, you can smash it out and go even harder. So take this time to plan what you're going to do when you get back. Give your body that chance to rest and recover, and then we can go again as soon as gyms do get open. So point number 5 is that you can still do some things at home, even if you've got no equipment at all. Body weights, doing press-ups, dips, things like that, body weight squats, and some HIIT work. It's all going to work those muscles. Studies have shown that once you've built a muscle, it only takes a third of the amount of effort to maintain that muscle and to keep that muscle as it did to build it. So if you were doing 3 sets to build your biceps, doing just 1 set of biceps, a third of that amount of work, is going to be beneficial enough and going to help you keep some muscle. Same if you're doing 6 sessions a week. If you can only make 2 sessions a week now, some dumbbell work at home, that's going to be more beneficial and going to help you hold on to some muscle better than doing nothing at all. So stay active best you can. Go for some walks, go for a run, do some HIIT work, body weight exercise at home. If you've got some bands, if you've got some dumbbells, just get something, keep the blood pumping and keep working those muscles the best you can. So the last point I've got is just enjoy the time what you've got off. Spend some time with your family. There's nothing we can do about it. Gyms are going to be closed for the future and we can't change that. It's got to be done. So make the best out of a bad situation. See your family best you can. Get around to doing those things what you should have been doing or you put to the back of your mind or you've left for another day. Get around to those. Sleep as much as you can. Sleep's obviously important. From a hormone perspective, you want to get sleep. Keep testosterone levels high. Same with reducing stress best you can. Take this time to relax, chill out. Also, alcohol, limit the consumption best you can. I know it's tough when you're not working and stuff to not just grab a drink at night, but limiting alcohol consumption is also going to help you keep onto that muscle, along with staying hydrated as best you can. So, just a couple of tips there. Give them a try and enjoy the time off. It won't be forever. We'll see you back in the gym.